the broad-headed barb or the leaf-shaped arrowhead. The latter was cheaper, easier to sharpen, easier to remove, and longer lasting. Yet it does not grip into the animal's flesh like the barb. This is what made it harder to remove, and the broadhead made for greater wounds and more bleeding. The wild boar would not escape very far, and would die faster. But why kill it faster? Was it not sweetness to prolong its misery? Celine, wait! This is not how!
Get out of my way!
Between the savage, pale blue-eyed woman and the bleeding shell of a man who once was, the dark-cloaked sellsword in the crossfire said to himself, "How could Celine be my wife?" They met at a crossroads. "Hey, you! Get up now, nice and slow. I recognize you, Ethiopian. Remember me?" He turned his face, swollen black and red-eyed. "Salames, is it? The disgraced sellsword. Who else is with you? Where hides the other? Speak!" The other tapped his bowed head with the flat of his gladius. "Listen, horse son. Either come as prisoner, or lose your—" The sellsword moved with the sword, yanking the man's arm so swiftly that he killed him that very instant. The woman at the camp, the woman under the moon. Of midnight blue has, a sullen countenance, pale blue eyes. And this was the woman who shot from afar. He raised his head, trotted forth until he stopped beneath the great column, like an exhausted pilgrim from a distant land come to witness a holy sight. The corpses on the road, the calloused gaze of a cutthroat murderer. And clothed in moonlight, she had shed the guise of her cloak, with white shining arms and dark blue hair spilled over her shoulder. How could a woman so terrifying be so beautiful? Man, how do you fall twice before my eyes and rise again? He awoke surprised by his own life, once a roadside corpse covered in goose flesh from the chill of early morning, and he touched at the calcified black blood of his scalp. He chanced upon a village of 30 huts a few miles down, trotted yonder, and when arrived in the center of it, an early risen mother was roping up a bucket at the well. "Salve, good mother." "Salve, stranger," she replied in half regard, pulling the rope as she were. He unhorsed, and came forth until he staggered to a stop as though he had forgotten himself, took off his hood, blinking with dull leaden eyes. When the old mother paid him heed at last, he came down to a knee, produced a coin pouch, and held it out like a derelict mechanism of downcast countenance, saying, "Wise mother, lend me your aid." "I see." "How did you escape so quickly? How did you know where it would be?"
I made friends with Fortune.
"Did he not have guards with him?"
The pig was too comfortable.
The ambush at the road, the nobleman at the end of an arrowhead. "For Jupiter's sake, brigand! Do you realize what you've done? Your life is forfeit."
Oh?
"What more have I to give? Give Desire a voice and see it satisfied."
Oink. Oink.
The blood-lusted cold blue eyes. "If nothing more, then away with you! Flee now and you may yet escape my vengeance."
Oink. Oink. Oink.
And she stood bemused with lowered aim, waters dripping down her sex, and when she slept the very night, she dreamt the jealous whore had marked her in that alien tongue, saying, "May thy flesh, that poison, nemesis, consume fruit of thy nakedness."
Fuck you.
The memory of the hill. She was standing at the precipice, looking over the edge, and when she turned, face obscured by the wind, he was there too. The dark-skinned man sat upon a rock, sipping at his pipe. calm peering eyes of elongated corners, like almonds or tails, clouds of smoke trailing out his mouth. Does he yet live? Of sullen clouds, do you know? For how long? How long have you sought after him? She responded at last, but when she spoke, he barely heard her.
Half of my life.
A large vase and a goblet of wine, a clay incense burner in a room full of smoke, of pale blue swirls, glowing charcoals and a handful of opium resin. And she was dazed and brimming with warmth, flushed and sweating, and when she raised her hand, she had more than 5 fingers. Then she was feebly clawing at her chest and smiling like she was to cry, the heart beating steadier and fine, and she drifted off into the land of Nod. Blood rain shooting down an abyss. The man at the rim of the pit. A world without stars. And she was spinning down a violent river stream, senseless, blind, and drowning in all of the shit and the muck, and crouched at the riverbank, he was there too. Who are you?
I spit on his fucking grave. May he rot in Tartarus.
Who are you? 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 Who am I? What higher hand do we cast over the dog, a creature of the wilderness? Why? Why? And when she came to herself dissipated of wrath, she lowered her blade, startled by the man, who stood on the edge of Tartarus burning all the fuel just to keep afoot, and whose concentrated gaze pierced right through as though he beheld some transient passing thing within her, like a fancy of the life unlived, a secret paradise entertained in camp by drunken men of war, a foolish human hope unknown to them who have beheld the sword more times than have looked upon themselves. And he imposed this fanciful alien thing upon the woman who was unfit to carry the ideal as she was, and it stabbed him with a great piercing sorrow. And it was with this very horror with which the woman descended, coming down like fires from heaven, at the fainted body of her companion, when she had missed the mark and shot the wrong man. For what sake do humans come into being? What do humans live for? Why are humans destined to meet those who will become important to them? And where will destiny take them? This is the fragment of the leopard and the wolf.